Today I'm going to show you how to set up your development environment for this class on a Mac. There are a few different ways that you can set up the environment. A large part of it depends on if you prefer to use the command line or if you like working in the GUIs. I'm going to show you how to download several of them and then you can just find what works best for you. So the first thing that we do need to have is a C++ compiler. And on the Mac, Xcode has the Clang compiler. So to download Xcode, you can just go to the App Store and do a quick search. And this first Xcode that appears with the hammer logo is the one that you'll want. I already have it downloaded, but you just will hit get and it should be a straightforward download, although it may take some time. To download Xcode, you do need the operating system Catalina or anything more recent, so make sure if you're running into an issue, check on that. After you have Xcode downloaded, the GUI appears as so. You can also download command line tools for Xcode, which is what I'm going to do because I work in the command line a lot. To download the command line tools, it's just a simple Google search, command line tools for Xcode. And on Apple Developer, you download command line tools for Xcode 12 beta 5. Just open the DMG file and run through the setup. It should be pretty straightforward, although it also may take some time. Aside from Xcode, we also need CMake, which is a build configuration tool. So to download the CMake GUI, you go to cmake.org/download and select the DMG file for the Mac OS X 10.7 or later. Through the DMG file, you can just drag the CMake into your applications folder, and it should look a little bit like so once it's downloaded. I also like to use the command line tools for CMake. So you need to open a terminal and just add this path that I have displayed above with the application/cmake.app link, and this will allow all the tools to be in your system. Xcode is an IDE, but since I work in the command line a lot, I don't typically use Xcode. I like to use other types of IDEs. I particularly like Visual Studio Code because it's pretty simple and straightforward. So I have my C++ files in here, and Visual Studio Code is just something that you can download from Google, the Mac version. If you do decide to use Visual Studio Code, I would also recommend downloading the C/C++ IntelliSense extensions to help you with debugging and writing correct syntax. You can also download the Visual Studio application for Mac specifically using the premium account that Virginia Tech gives to students. That works as well. So now that everything is downloaded, I'm going to show you just how to check that everything is working correctly. So if you navigate to the Virginia Tech link with the development environment instructions, you can download this example, which is a hello.zip file. Once that's downloaded, you need to unzip it. And if you expand the unzipped folder, you can see the C++ files, the cmakelist.txt, which is important. And so now I'm going to go to a terminal window, and I'm going to switch into that folder. I can do a quick check to make sure it's the correct files that I think are in there. And then from there are just 3 commands, cmake dot. This actually configures and generates the file with CMake. And then we're going to actually make the test folder. And now for the final check, we're just actually going to run the test file. When you run that test file, you should see hello test printed out, and below it should say all tests pass. If you're not getting this, then go back and watch the tutorial again, and if you're running into issues, please reach out.